dietitian Nishta Saxena. Hey, Nishta, how's it going?
Excellent. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
So today we're partnering up with YouTheory to talk about healthy habits that will help keep, those big things, stress and anxiety levels at bay, low.
Yeah. Everybody's really dealing with this, and we want to lower these levels.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to talk us through some healthy habits for stress management.
Yes.
Where are we starting?
We're going to start with the basics. The foundation is what we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get to some of the additional things you can do.
Okay.
Sleep is where we're starting. Everyone needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I know that may shock some people, but you need 7 to 9. In fact, women need more. We probably need closer to 8 to 9.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And you want, so leverage that.
Leverage that. I need more, Nishta told me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you want to prepare your body before you sleep. So you want to make sure you're not eating right before sleep, cold, dark room, getting that sleep hygiene, keeping those patterns really tight, because we want our cortisol to be dropping before we head to bed.
Okay.
Yes.
Dropping, and then that, what is the other
Melatonin.
one? Melatonin rising.
Exactly.
See, I got what's going on. Now, we've also got some exercise stuff here.
Yes, exercise is the snake oil. It's going to help us with everything, but the beauty of this is it helps with those stress hormones. It can really help pull cortisol down, brings up those happy endorphin hormones, and then actually can help with energy and focus at work, and you feel better, you feel more confident. So exercise helps with absolutely everything. Do whatever you can.
It also can make you, by the end of the day, a little sleepy. So that's always a good thing.
You want to use up that energy for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, now speaking of energy, we're going to go in and talk about a couple of my favorite things. We're talking food and drink.
Well, that makes sense that it's your favorite.
I mean, yeah, we are,
So absolutely, we want to balance out our diet. We want to be eating regular meals. This is going to help, again, with managing anxiety and stress because it's going to help with those regulatory hormones. So starting with breakfast, lunch, and dinner as a main structure of your day. Breakfast, we want a nice, high-protein breakfast. Start your day with lots of protein. And really balanced meals. This is what your meals can kind of look like, okay? Lunch is something lots of people are skipping. I think there's lots of reasons why. Leftovers are the easiest and best lunch that you can do because you don't have to think about anything.
No, it's true. You just grab last night's dinner. Even last night, put it in a little container and you are good to go.
Absolutely. When you're packing up for the evening, you do that. And then dinner, we want a smaller portion probably at dinner, but still nice and high on the protein.
So this is kind of the key as to why we are really ensuring that we eat lunch. Because if we don't eat lunch, this is what happens to me sometimes. I go home and then it's cheese and cracker o'clock.
Oh my gosh, exactly, exactly. And when you're bookending your day, this is important, and you're eating too much at the end of the day, that can impact the cortisol and melatonin levels. So your cortisol stays a bit high, melatonin doesn't come up. And then we're dealing with stress hormones that we don't want in our body when we're getting ready to sleep.
Now let's talk water, because hydration is obviously key.
Yes, and there's some really interesting studies that actually show being well hydrated can help with managing that cortisol. So we want 2 to 3 liters a day. It's a little different for everybody, but everyone benefits from generally over 2 liters. Could be water's the most hydrating. But you could have herbal teas. You could even throw some lemon in there, a little salt. Hydration is also key.
Okay, I love it. And you're telling me that I can't just have 3 liters, like 1.5 liters first thing in the morning, and then 1.5 liters when I get home from work. I should do it throughout the day?
You should do it throughout the day.
Good to know. Okay.
Because again,
I'm doing it wrong.
a little bit. But the point is because we want our cortisol to spike in the morning. We want to have that up energy in the morning, but we want it to drop in the evening. And so being hydrated through the day will help with that.
Okay, fantastic. Now, last but not least, you've also got some supplements to talk about.
Absolutely. So this is really fantastic. We're here with YouTheory talking about ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is something that we know can help with anxiety. How does it work? It helps with modulating those cortisol levels, and it influences our HPA axis. So that's really the very complex system that brings those levels ups and downs. And ashwagandha helps with regulating that. So we have seen actually in a study of people taking 250 to 600 milligrams on a regular basis for 8 weeks, a consistent lowering compared to placebo of feelings of stress and anxiety. And even in a systematic review of 41 studies, which means taking them all, looking them at all of those studies, we've actually seen a similar effect over 8 weeks. We can have a consistent feeling of less stress and anxiety by using ashwagandha.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and now when it comes to sleep, it's similar to what I've talked about here. Ashwagandha really helps with pulling that cortisol down. So we do want it high in the morning, but we don't want it to stay high all through the day.
Got it.
And so this can also, when it pulls that down, it can help with pushing you into a nice readiness for sleep, and then that can help improve with sleep quality.
So it's almost like we're trying to find those things that give us that seesaw effect.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. You actually want your seesaw to be like really seesaw-y.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And so, again, we've had studies, beautiful studies that have shown even in 8 weeks of use, anywhere from 250 to 600. 600 seems like the sweet spot, milligrams a day. We've seen people have a small but significant improvement in their sleep quality.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, particularly YouTheory is something special because it contains a clinically proven root extract. It's a full spectrum root extract that is highly standardized and bioavailable. It's called KSM66.
Okay.
And what we know about this is it's incredibly effective at giving us these benefits that we want. And it particularly is found in the supplement at the clinically effective dose.
Oh, that's great.
Because when you're going to purchase something, you want to make sure it
actually
what,
works.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And so again, anywhere from around 300 milligrams a day, we can see over time, that seems to be the sweet spot with this active ingredient, can have improvement. You are going to want to take it with meals, or you're going to want to take it maybe 30 minutes before bed because it does have a slightly sedative effect.
Okay.
And the beauty of this product is it also contains ginger. So ginger is a well-known digestive, functional gut helpful tool. And when we add ginger to this, it also helps with regulating our mucous membrane. And what that does is then makes it easier to absorb these herbal compounds.
Okay.
So you have the two things together working really well. You know, so generally speaking, this is a product that can really help with lowering anxiety, feelings of stress, can improve sleep quality. It's even been shown to improve cognitive function and strengthen endurance.
That's fantastic.
So the only thing you want to remember, like anything, is this is generally a very safe and effective supplement for many, many people. And we know that if you have over time a reduction in anxiety, if you have improved sleep, that kind of compounds, right, your feeling of wellness.
Yeah.
And so then over time you may feel better. You want to check with your doctor before you start anything because this can interact with some medications, things that relate to thyroid function, diabetes, blood pressure. So we want to make sure there's no interactions. You're going to follow the label instructions as always. And this isn't a supplement that we would actually recommend for pregnant or breastfeeding women.
Okay.
So probably put a pin in that until you're over that phase of life before you start using something like this.
Okay, Nishta, thank you so much. I feel like I learned a lot how to bring that stress down. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.